Good Saturday afternoon, friends and neighbors, to Sweegie at the desk with the Saturday Scouts. And because it is PTCS Day, I know that I'm not going to be seeing too many folks on the channel. For those of you who are tuning in, thank you, much appreciated. 2026's opening day sees us hosting, then visiting, then hosting again, Curaçao Neptunus. One of the best teams in all of the Netherlands. But they didn't win the Holland Series last season. That was Honkbal Club Allen Weber playing over in Bussum. Last season's promotee, the Hague Storks, all set and ready to roll. And yes, their uniforms are custom made by me. And you can download them on the Out of the Park forums. Can I remember my own command? Yes, I can! Because it is only a 42-game season, we are going to play through every single game that I have a 3D stadium for, which means for the first time, that includes Neptunus, because Flying Canuck made Neptunus Family Stadion. We start our season off in Hoofddorp. At Sport Park Pioneers, as Breyvic Valera, Christian Diaz, and Jandito Tromp lead the way against... Oh man, they got Brito and Scope. Oh, this is gonna be tough. They also have a Bob in Bob van der Meer and Tom de Blok, WBC hero. So we'll see how this goes. Lineup intro, anyone? And now, today's starting lineup. Batting first, the center fielder, Tyrell Mercado. Number 30, center field, Mercado. Batting second, the shortstop, Riquelme de Castro. Number 17, shortstop, de Castro. Batting third, the second baseman, Breyvic Valera. Number 6, second base, Valera. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Christian Diaz. Number 1, first base, Diaz. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Jandito Tromp. Number 90, designated hitter, Tromp. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Aiden Kirsten. Number 21, left field, Kirsten. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Gideon Marlin. Number 9, third base, Marlin. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Yejar Clotida. Number 55, right field, Clotida. Batting ninth, the catcher, Edouard Bolivar. Number 11, catcher, Bolivar. Today's starting pitcher, Austin Warner. Number 86, starting pitcher, Warner. Slightly different look from last season. Christian Diaz moves to first base instead of DH to make room for Jandito Tromp. Breyvic Valera. I wanted someone who could play in a dead ball era, and that's Breyvic. And De Castro replaces Pedro Hernandez, someone with a little bit more development and more infield range. Kirsten actually is a fictional guy, created for Amsterdam or Quick Amersfoort. But as luck would have it, there's someone trying to make their way into professional baseball with the same name, so I just borrowed his photo. And the real Honkbal Hoofdklasse has, of course, started up. If you go to YouTube, you can search for KNBSB. And you too can watch full streams, actually, of Honkball Hoofdklasse. Every single game, it looks like. Oh, Clotita on the warning track to haul in a burrito fly ball. Here's Scope. Full count on the way from Warner. Outside for ball 4. Corpora. Up the middle, De Castro can't come up with it. First and second with 2 down. Corporal with a hit. Vincent Hoff. And now the bases are loaded with 2 down. Here's Vandermeer. Past Diaz and into right field. That'll fall for a base hit. That could be extra bases. No way. It is a 2-run double. Never mind, 3-run double. That just sneaks past Christian Diaz. And just like that, Curacao leads 3-0. Warner having a bad day. Let's chat with him and try and calm him down. Vandermeer strikes out. And we turn things over to the Pioneers. Tom DeBlock had a rough go in his WBC start last year, or this offseason. 3 home runs. It's bad. Today's broadcast is powered by Pepsi Zero Sugar because that's what I had in the fridge. De Castro, strikeout victim. Valera, the 3-1 count. They want nothing to do with him. He's aboard, ball 4. Here's Diaz. Line shot to right field. That will fall for a base hit. That's going to roll up against the wall. Diaz trying to make up for his lack of defense at first. Yeah, I know. I'm still working on the lineup intro here. I'm trying to find the right balance, but keep in mind, this is the scoreboard we're working with. This dinky little thing out here in left field. And having been to a Honkball Hoofdklasse game in Amsterdam, the energy is decidedly low. Number 9 batter, Wilbren Hauser. Grounds out to Diaz, who is missing his hat. That's a new hiccup with today's... What's going on here? Do I need to change my game options or something? Yeah, does anyone wear a hat? Okay, Breyvic is. Very interesting. Let me go to the game options. Display on the field. Basically, since turning on WBC, the graphics in my game have been a little bit weird. Popped up the first base line. Diaz will make the squeeze. I may need to just make some fictional face gens just so everyone gets a hat and a helmet. Cardinal fan, I stole his hat. You jerk. Right through De Block. Kirsten with his first honk ball hit. Marlin pops us up to second base. Long run out there. Easy play for Brito. Clotita tries to go the other way. Lined right to the third baseman, Willems. Bolivar, fly ball to center. No score for the Pioneers. Neptune is still up 3-0. This is popped up a mile high. Easy play for Valera. One away. will bring up Vandermeer. Lined on a 3-1 shot to Clotida. 2 down. Cordeckers. Called strike 3 from Warner. Sneaking that fastball past at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball single to start things off. Tyrell Mercado safely aboard. DeBlock does do surprisingly well against right-handed bats. Thankfully, we've got Valera, switch hitter. Drilled up the middle for a base hit. 1 run will score. Tyrell Mercado's thinking of going first to third. He's in there standing. And now Diaz with an RBI chance. 1-2 on the way. Big strikeout there for Tom DeBlock. 96 on the radar gun. Trump works his way aboard on a walk. Kirsten, full count. Low for ball 4. And the Pioneers pick up a run without swinging the bat. Marlin. First pitch, jumps all over it, grounded to short. Vandermeer. Bob. Makes the out. So the bases are stranded loaded, but at least we get one in. Neptunus by a pair. Valera in the gap to right center field. 1-2-3 or 4-6-3 double play. Here's Willems, the third baseman. Strikeout victim, Warner, battling back after that double. It'll be Sven Hoyer getting loose in the bullpen, just in case. Here's Bolivar. Drilled deep to left field. Did he get enough? He did! First home run of the season for Edouard Bolivar. Maybe the ball's no longer dead. That would be nice. This one's lined the opposite way. Mercado lines out to Vandermeer. Oh, there's 2 Vandermeers. Stein and Bob. Very nice. De Castro called strike 3. But the Pioneers are clawing back here. Daniel Brito. Line to right. Clotida barely needs to budge. 1 away. Scope 2 for 2 today. That'll bring up Sven. Seriously? Right back up the middle? Breyvic. It's line to left and up against the clubhouse. Kirsten's on it. Sven Hoyer making a mess of things. Second and third with 1 out. Corners are in to guard the bunt against Vincent Hoff. Strikeout victim against Hoyer. Vandermeer. Another strikeout. Hoyer gets through the top of the 5th. Switch right switch. We'll keep Hoyer in there. We'll get Pelican loose. Or we'll get Nyman loose. DeBlock here in the bottom of the 5th. Loses Valera. Diaz. Popped up to right field. Yeah, so the away team has their caps render properly, but not the home team. It's weird. Maybe I just need to reload the cap image. Core Deckers, of course, fares better against lefties and righties, so Hoyer will stay in the game. Rolled to second. Valera makes the pickup. Here's Van der Meer. Hard hit grounder up the middle. And Bob is safe at first. Oh, 2. Drill to right center field. That'll fall for a base hit. I hate to say it, but I think Hoyer just missed that one. That'll be the end of Sven Hoyer's day. Sem Nyman in now. Two on the way. Big strikeout. And now Danny Brito. He's getting the deep shift on him. Fly ball to center. Mercado has a beat on it. Pioneers still down 1. Bullpen bending, not breaking. Yeah, Van Gerp we're not going to bother using right now. Does Pelican have reverse splits? No, he's just even. Who do we trust most? Lauf. Kirsten hard shot past the infield, and that'll roll into left. Aiden Kirsten having himself a debut. Marlin now. 2-2 on the way from De Bloc. Line shot to left, right at Corporal for the first out. Here's Clotida. Popped up to right. Easy play for Stein. 2 down. Bolivar has a home run already. And he's going to wear it in the digits as a result. Mercado with 2 runners aboard. Line shot to right. That could tie the game. Depends on how fast our runner is. Stein Vandermeer lets it drop. Bases loaded for De Castro. Ooh, do we pinch hit here? I think we do. Pinch hitter into the game is Kevin Viegers. 2-2. Check swing, strike 3. Well, we tried. Excuse me one moment. There's someone at my door. All right, so that didn't work. Marlin to short, Vigers to third, and Semlauf into the game. We tried to get offense, and it did not pan out. Corporal wears it in the digits. Both teams now with a hit by pitch. Semlauf having a bit of a rough start. Quick chat on the mound. First and second with 2 down. Ground ball sneaks past Valera. Throw home is cut off. And the Pioneers see their gap widen. It's 4-2 Neptunus. First runs they've scored since the first. Stein Vandermeer. Seriously, the guy with 25 power does that? A triple for Stein Vandermeer. Okay, yes, 65 gap power. That tracks, but still. Ugh. Allow for the full count. That gets us to stretch time. Actually, now that everyone's got games on the Netherlands YouTube, I should get the actual 7th inning stretch song they all use. Breyvic Valera lines out to center field. Hauser has not had much work, and he picks up the first out here. Christian Diaz with an opposite field line drive. Really, it's a matter of sequencing. 8 hits, 2 runs. We got to be better than that. John Dito Trump up against the wall. That's going to be extra bases. John Dito's thinking 3. He's going to get there ahead of the throw. A Trump triple. Kirsten. 2 for 2. Line shot to the right center. That might be deep enough. Hauser. The throw is late, and the Pioneers are only down by 2 again. Here's Gideon Marlin, 0 for 3 today. So all that work to work on his balls in play have done nothing. Theo Pelican into the game. Setup man for the Pioneers. Newly signed from... I think he was in Eerste Klasse last season. Yes, he was with Tommen. Scope. Tried to go the other way. Easy play there for Christian Diaz. 2 down. And now it's Corporal. Popped up. Third base side. Marlin puts the squeeze on it. Oh, sorry, Vigers. Daniel Tillo, the player coming out of the out of the bullpen. Slider, changeup, sinker. Extreme ground baller. Was a member of Neptunus last season. Pitched in 11 games, 10 innings. Only gave up 1 earned run. Clotita will see his day end. Mark Schmidt into pinch hit. And he's going to get aboard with a leadoff single. Here's Bolivar. Home run already. Tillo. That will be a fielder's choice as Brito erases Schmidt. Here's Mercado. 3-1 on the way. Ball 4. Tying run at first for Kevin Vigers. Roll to second. That might be a double play, and it is. The ground balls burn the Pioneers. Schmidt will enter the game and remain in as the right fielder. We are using everyone in this game. Mercado is going to make the grab out in center field. Oh, 2 on the way. And Pelican plunks Vandermeer. Here's Cord Deckers. Oh, 2 on the way from Pelican. Fly ball to right. Clotita is not going to get there in time. First and second with 1 out for Bob. Popped up. Racing back is Mercado. He'll make the second out. Wilburn Hauser, number 9 batter. Fly ball to right. That's going to be played in front of Clotita on a hop. Bases loaded again for Curacao. Line drive to left. That's going to fall for a base hit. Once again, Neptunus able to get the 2-out RBI. And once again, extend the lead. Why can't we have that, is my question. Marlin can't chase down this grounder up the middle. And Curacao, Neptunus takes the lead, or extends the lead to 9-4. Brito with a stolen base. And now the bases are loaded again. Maxwell Cornelison getting loose. Rolled to short. Marlin's going to have a tough play. Whips it to first in time. Once again, the hole is deepened. Valera gets 4 wide ones. Christian Diaz, not exactly known as a guy you want against lefty pitching. But the alternative is Andreas Myers. So we're going to stick with Diaz here. Trump had a triple last time up. This time it's sailing foul. Easy play there for Willems. Kirsten will ground out to second. And Neptunus spoils opening night for the Pioneers, winning 9-4. Runners left in scoring position with 2 out. 3. Man, they stranded a lot. I thought they did better with runners in scoring position than we did. Vandermeer with 5 runs batted in. Willems with 2, Hoff with 1. Scope goes 2 for 3 with 3 walks. Less than ideal. How's Sulbaran looking? We're going to go with him. Actually, hang on a second. Before I do that, let me go to game settings, face gen, players only, on demand. Status update, no fictional, normal. Okay. Modified colors and uniform. So the ball cap is there. Huh. We'll see if I run into the same issue here on the road. For the first time on stream. Welcome to Neptunus Family Stadion. Flying Canuck did an amazing job with this one. I continue to be so impressed with his work. This is the first time that Neptunus has had a home game on stream. Okay, so their players have hats. Valera tries to shoot this to shortstop. Bob Vandermeer's throw is in time. 1, 2, 3, go the Pioneers. J.C. Sulbaran, former Neptunus player himself, acquired by the Pioneers last season at the trade deadline, went 11-0 in 2024 to win the league's best pitcher. Yeah, once again, there's players missing their hats. This is so strange. Slow roller to short. DeCastro up throwing in time. 1, 2, 3, Neptunus. Christian Diaz, shot to right. Easy play there for Vandermeer. Trump. 1-2 on him. Big swing and a miss from Kevin Kelly. Kelly's been in Curacao for quite a while. Looks like he's been one of the legends here. Telemarket Ramini baseball. I don't even know where that is. Kirsten, 2-0. Popped up center field. 1, 2, 3 inning. Respect Vandermeer. Clotita with a sliding grab to take away a hit. Cord Deckers now. Roll to second, Valera. Willems, 0-2. Lined into left for the first hit of the game. Kirsten's on it quick. That will bring up Hoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sulbaran will strand the runner. Gideon Marlin's going to force a tough play from Bob Vandermeer. Not in time. Gideon Marlin, first single of the season. He's aboard with an infield one. Clotita. Aw, man. Are you kidding me? I didn't even give him the steal signal. Just an awesome back pick there by Core Deckers. Now, it's worth pointing out that Neptunus is one of only 2 teams in the Real Hoofdklasse that charges for admission. As you can imagine, that's in part because of their popularity and because Rotterdam is a baseball town. Long run for Kerstens. He's going to make the grab out and left. Corporal, the left fielder. Ducksnort back to Diaz. Steps on the bag. Christian Diaz with an unassisted double play. Okay, then. Rolled past the third baseman. Tyrell Mercado. Safely aboard. Here's De Castro now. And Mercado picks up his first steal of the season. De Castro fouls off a bunt, trying to fool his way aboard. And a bad throw by Bob ends up with runners at the corners, nobody out for Valera. Come on, Breyvic. Infield single. Bob Vandermeer struggling here. I gotta see the exit velocity on this one. Launch angle, 7. Diaz works the walk, and now the Pioneers have the bases loaded for Jandito Trump. Rocketed through the infield. That's gonna score a couple. Just one. And the beat goes on, yeah. Kirsten with an infield fly. Brito will wait for it to drop. One down. Here's Marlin, 2-0 on the way. Through the first baseman's wickets. Scope can't handle it. And the Pioneers still have everyone aboard. Atta boy, that's that BAPIP I was working for. Clotida. 1-2 on the way. Lofted to shallow right field. That will fall for a base hit, though. And Kelly's just getting knocked around here. Insert the tango, the conga line gif from Bugs Bunny. Dun 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 dun. Ay. This one's a 2-run single by Edouard Bolivar, and that'll knock Kevin Kelly out of the game. Jan Evertse in to deal with Tyrell Mercado. It'll be a fielder's choice. Brito to Bob. De Castro gets 4 wide ones, and once again the bases are loaded for Breyvic Valera. He's going to get 4 wide ones. Seven nothing Pioneers. Christian Diaz will ground out to the first baseman, Scope. That is a crooked number. Sulbaran has got to be feeling good about that. Oh, what a throw by Bolivar to gun down Brito. Edouard Bolivar with his first caught stealing of the season, and in the nick of time, too, as Kirsten's going to find this one deep in left field. Jonathan Scope with a 1-out double. In real life, my softball season has started up again. I went 3 for 4 yesterday. Did not pick up any extra base hits, but I'm not there to get the extra base hits. Cordeckers to Diaz, on to first. A little game of catch, 3-6-3. To get Sulbaran out of the inning. You spoil my home opener, I'm going to spoil yours. Deal with it. Yeah, I want to check the real Honkball Hoofdklasse standings for just a hot minute, because it's tilted. So in real life Honkball Hoofdklasse, they have played 14 games, except for 2 teams, which have only played 13. Right now, Curaçao Neptunus has not lost a game. They are 14 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. Busum Honkbal Club Allen Weber, second, 12-2. Amsterdam Pirates, 10-4. Oosterhout Twins, 9-5. Utrecht UVV, 4-9. Kinheim, 3-10. Hoofddorp Pioneers, 2-12. At least they're not the Penguins, who are 1-13. Runner at third, 2 down for Clotida. Lined right to the third baseman, Willems, who will start off the bottom of the 5th here. Sulbaran. That one's past a diving Valeran into center field. Mercado throws it back in. Hoff. And Bolivar's going to gun down another runner. Perfect strike there by Edouard Bolivar. Kirstens will let this ball drop in front of him. Sulbaran, 58 pitches so far here in the bottom of the 5th. Let's roll to short. De Castro to Valera, on to first, in time. I do like this infield makeup. I like it a lot. Bolivar leading off the top of the 6th. Shot to left. Bloop single, that'll fall. Here's Mercado. Roll to second. Brito will get the out at second, but just the one. De Castro. Hard hit to Bob. That will be a double play. Here's Hauser, the center fielder. Sulbaran. Spinning a gem. De Castro makes it look easy. Maurice? Popped up. Breyvic says yoink. And big bad Danny Brito. 2-1 on the way. Easy catch there for Mercado in center field. Valera might have a shot at a batting title if he keeps this up. Diaz with a swing and a miss. Evertza, effective so far. I think after this series we might need to start making some modifications to the batting lineup. We only have 42 games. At least we're not starting like we did last season when we lost our first 6 in a row. Scope to deep center field. That's going to bounce off the wall. Mercado can't get to it. Jonathan Scope. Leadoff double. Vandermeer. Line to right. That'll fall for a base hit. Clotida's throw is going to be cut off. Runners at the corners. Cord Decker's the catcher. Two on the way. Duck snort into right field. That'll end the shutout bid for Sulbaran. Oh, 1 on the way. Fly ball to left. Kirsten makes the grab. 1-0 out. Vincent Hoff, the DH. Gets 4 wide ones, and the bases are loaded. For Bop! 2-1. Rocketed to left center field. That's going to split the outfielders, and all of a sudden Neptunus is back in this one. Second and third with 1 out. That will get Eric Mendez loose in the bullpen. Focus on the guy at the plate. Good scoop there by Christian Diaz. A run comes in, but the out is made. Corporal, 1-2. Roll to third. Marlin across the diamond in time. The exchanges of crooked numbers is complete. It'll be Kirsten, Marlin, Clotida. Kirsten works another walk. Iverza just left out here to mop up, basically. Gideon Marlin with a single. First and second, nobody out. Clote, you gonna do something? Bouncer, gonna be trouble. Yashar safe at first. Bases are loaded for Bolivar. Infield is drawn in. And he skies it to the catcher Deckers. Come on, Tyrell. They're going to go for the out at home. But that's just it. DeCastro works the walk. He still doesn't have his first hit of the season, by the way. Iverza walks his 5th batter, and oh no, it's Breyvic. They want nothing to do with him. They'll walk in another run. Christian Diaz. And Iverza has officially come undone. 3 straight bases-loaded walks. And the lead is 10-4 now. Tromp, fly ball, right center field. That will land. And all of a sudden, the Pioneers have come back. Another crooked number. It's 12-4. At this point, maybe we sit Mendez down. And you know what? Let's get him some low leverage innings. We won't need him tomorrow. The fans are screaming to get Evertzi out of there. Do they literally have no one else? That will end the inning. A pair of 7s. At this point, screw it. Let's just let Sulbaran cook. Second K of the game for JC Sulbaran. Pinch hitter here, or Ahrens was a pinch hitter. And now this is Irving Kemp. He wears one in the butt. Deckers now. 1-2 on the way from Sulbaran. Big curveball for the strikeout. Now Willems. Fly ball to right. Clotita coming in. Inning over. Why is Evertze still out there? I mean, there's mop up and then there's murder. Brito with the high pop-up catch. Mercado will ground out to Bob. Quiet, top of the ninth. Silbaran going for the complete game. And it'll be Maxwell Cornelison loose in the bullpen just in case. One to Bob Vandermeer. Fly ball to center field over the head of Valera. And now here comes Neptunus. Hauser swings and misses over a breaking ball. That curveball, still one of Silbaran's best. Corporal. Line shot right center field. That will fall for a base hit. And that will bring Neptunus closer to a tie game. 14-5 now. That's bashed directly into the dirt. Bolivar's throw, though, is going to be late. Pinch hitter Edwin van der Heide. Hard hit to Diaz. They go home for one. And back to first. 3-2-3 the double play. J.C. Silbaran picks up a complete game, scattering 13 hits. I don't even know what that was, man. Wild. We got 4 double plays in that one. Diaz unassisted, 3-6-3, 6-4-3, 3-2-3. Diaz on the hand of all 4 of them. Not bad for a 35 defense there. Back to Hofdorp. Postelmans is going to face our first round draft pick, Falke van Doorn, who I'm going to be renaming Doctor as his nickname. Once more with this series. I forgot to change the lineup. Oh, we get through the first. Oops. Forgot to play that one out. Line shot to Bob. DeCastro, full count. Popped up. That'll be an easy play for Decker. Because there's only 3 games a week, and because there's very rarely more than 2 games in a row, you only really need to staff 1 catcher on a given team. Van Doorn with his first walk and first strikeout. Make that 2 walks. That'll bring up Deckers. Roll to second. Valera, it's not going to do anything with it. Holds him to an infield single. Willems. Bases loaded, nobody out. Quick check-in on Van Doorn. When he finishes developing, he's going to be so good. Infield is in to guard against I can't guard against that. 4 walks for Van Dorn. That one will be a wild pitch. I think the rookie might be not ready yet. Double pump there by Kirsten. Runner is at the corners. Nobody out for Wibren Hauser. Vibren to left. Kirsten has a beat on it, but that is very deep enough. Corporal, runner at first, 2 down, or 1 down. Roll to third, Marlin to Valera, on to first. 2 hits result in 4 runs for Neptunus. Koen Postelmans, former member of Ulsterhout, now a member of Neptunus. Fastball, curveball, changeup. So he's a bit of a slop thrower. We'll manage. And Diaz works a leadoff walk. Trump. Roll to third. Going to be a tough play. Good work there by Willems. Aiden Kirsten's deep to left center field and grabbed with a leaping grab by Hauser. Well now. On the warning track, it's hauled in. Marlin will work the walk. Clotida. Slow roller to first. Going to be an easy play for Scope. That'll end that one. Van Dorn needs to stop doing this. 5 walks for the rookie. That's popped up into foul territory. Bolivar will make the squeeze 1 away. Vandermeer. Rocketed up the middle. DeCastro can't get to it. First and second. Deckers, 1 for 1. Jumps on the first one he sees. Past Diaz and into right field. Clotida's throw will be cut off by Valera. Throw home. Is not in time. Van den Ovelen getting loose. This one continues to uninspire. This is all because Ashton Goudot is not healthy yet. Ooh, that's a first. A tagged batter. I have never seen that before. Oh, get there, Mercado. Go! Diving play! All right, so Ovelen, or Van den Ovelen will take over. Have you tried not allowing runs? You know what? That's a novel idea, Cardinal fan. I appreciate it. At least the no-hitter's broken up. I will be a happy man when I don't have to see Neptunus anymore. Bunted back towards the pitcher, DeCastro. With a sacrifice bunt. He's still looking for his first hit. He was 0 for 3 with 2 walks and 2 runs scored in that last game, so Right. New patch means all my least favorite sound files are back in the game. Diaz. Line shot right to the shortstop, Bob. Trump with the bases loaded. Woof! Go on, ball! Jandito Trump with a grand slam! And the lead is cut to 3! Just van den Ovelen enters the game. Falke van Doorn had a rough go. Too many walks, too many walks. The plan is to Johnny Holstaff this, and if we need to, go to Mendez and Van Gerp. One-two on the way to Scope. Rolled up the middle, Valera. Nice positioning. And a 1-2-3 inning. Postelmans. Got rimrocked last inning. Marlin works his way aboard. Here's Clotida. Opposite field single. Here comes the Pioneers. Bolivar with a very late swing. Mercado swings on 3-1. That's to center field. Hauser. Make the grab, 2 down. DeCastro. Works the count to 3-0. He's aboard. Tying run at first. Breyvic. Low, ball 4. Postelmans with his 6th walk. And oh no, it's Jan Evertse again. He threw 79 pitches yesterday. Here he's holding the lead to 2. Deckers. Rocketed to left field. That'll fall in front of Kirsten. First and second. That will get Franklin van Gerp up. Lined into left. Kirsten on the left field foul line. And that'll be an RBI double. Once again, Neptune is able to come up with the hits. 0-1 for Vincent Hoff. Fly ball to right. Clotida tracks it down. That'll be a sacrifice. Core Deckers will tag and score. 9-5. With a runner at second for Just van den Ovelen. Big swing and a miss there. Hauser. Slow roller in front of the plate. Bolivar's throw to first will be in time. 2-3 the putout. Evertse gets a strikeout of Trump. Yandito grounds out to Bob. 2 away. Here's Marlin. Slow roller to short. Bob and Willems almost collide. But they make the out. Franklin van Gerp into the game. Last year he was the closer. 22 innings, sub-1 ERA. Here the Sint Martiner is the setup man. Expectation is it'll be van Gerp. And then into Eric Mendez. Easy single there for Franklin. Brito, 2-0 on the way. Popped up very high. Valera will make their run in. And here's Jonathan Schoop. Grounded to short. Rikelben throws on to first in time. 1-2-3 inning. Neptunus goes down. Clotida. Drill to center field. Hauser watches it fall into his mitt. Bolivar, the 1-2 on the way. Popped up into foul territory. Willems makes it 2 down. Mercado, 2-0. Fly ball to center. Jan Evertso pitching much better this game than he did last time. Van Gerp for a second inning here. Gets a strikeout of Stein. Cord Decker's 3 for 3 today. This time he'll work the walk. That'll bring up Willems. Fly ball to left. Kirsten makes the grab, 2 away. Vincent Hoff tries to go the other way. That'll fall in front of Clotida. That's bouncing up against the clubhouse. Decker scores. It's 10-5. Bloop single for Bob Vandermeer. Runners at the corners. Eric Mendez getting loose. Popped up. De Castro makes the grab to send us to stretch time. Neptunus adds to their lead. It's 10-5. De Castro with another strikeout. Poor guy is 0 for to start the season. And Valera is aboard courtesy of an error by Jonathan Schoop. Diaz, bouncer to second. Going to be a tough play. Good work by Brito to make the second out. Trump. Roller to third. Willems will just eat it. It must have stayed on the line. Infield single. Here's Kirsten. Bouncer up the middle. Bob Vandermeer's throw to first is in time. Eric Mendez, new to the team. Anointed as the team's starter or stopper this season. Brito, the 0-2. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Mendez. It's those little gappers. Like, I almost want to say, just give us a rover, you know? Like in softball, someone to play the shallow infield, and we'd probably be able to save some of these runs. 12 hits. Are you kidding me? I think we've given up double-digit hits in every single game we've played so far. Ay, ay, ay. And the hole deepens. Well, might as well not push the guy. Let's get Cornelison up. Make sure everyone gets a little bit of play time in the first inning or in the first series. Move De Castro down to 8th in the batting order next time up. Mendez will get the 9th. Here's Bob. 3 for 4 today. That one's going to be a pop-up to Bolivar, though, for the first out. Hauser. Bolivar's throw to second is on the money. 3 for 4. Don't run on Edouard. Corporal, 0 for 4 today. Oh, he's not going to be 0 for 4 much longer. Good play by Mercado to run it down. That'll be the end of the day for Eric Mendez. Maxwell Cornelison here to deal with Brito. And he walked him. Oh dear. Big cut from Scope. And now the Pioneers need a big inning to get back into this one and win it. Mercado grounds out to Deckers. Close play. And Raquel Bendicastro has his first hit of the season. Valera, fly ball to center. Hauser waits under it, 2 down. Christian Diaz will ground out to the first baseman. And Neptunus takes the series 2-1, the road team winning every single time. Good news is Goudreau's healthy again. I was hoping we'd be able to get someone like him. Penguins off to a 3-0 start. Bullpen is specky at best, but we'll see how things shake out. All right, we are still going to move De Castro down. We're going to move Bolivar up. So let's go Mercado, Tromp, Valera, Bolivar, Kirsten Diaz. Ha ha ha. Marlon De Castro Clotita. And we've got Vigers available and Schmidt. Let's see how that goes. Actually, let's flip Marlon and Diaz. Let's keep going. I'm planning on wrapping up around 4, so we'll play out this series against Amsterdam. We do, of course, have Luc Lavendi Park. Here's the look on paper. Nick Hofer, Claudio Klein, Roland Henrique, Oliver van der Weist, Jaap Bouma, coming over from Bad Hovendorp Pancratius, Kim Hyung Boom from KT Wiz, Raphael Schmenk, Per Termors, coming over from the Blue Lions, and Roberto Celaya, their first round selection. This is the ballpark I went to when I was on my honeymoon last year. Actually, I think I might have been pretty close to 1 year ago today. And Celaya misses with the first two batters. First and second for Breyvic Valera. Two and 0. Runners are going. Mercado with a steal. And Celaya's walked the bases loaded with nobody out. Celaya having a terrible start to the day. 4 straight walks. Kirsten puts a charge into this one to deep right center field. That will split the outfielders, roll up against the wall, and the Pioneers will take the lead in a big way. Aiden Kirstens with a bases clearing triple. See, it really was all about sequencing. And Diaz is going to lace this into right field. That's going to score Kirsten. Christian Diaz standing at second. 5-0. DeCastro swings and misses over a Celaya fastball. Cotita called strike 3. A bat around first inning. Ashton Goudreau. Season debut. And Kirsten will pick up the fly ball in left. Claudio Klein, the right fielder. Shot right back up the middle. Base hit. Thank you for almost killing my starting pitcher. Much appreciated. Roland Henrique. Van der Weist. Roll to third. Marlin scoops it. That'll be a fielder's choice to end the bottom of the first. As the sun begins to set here in Amsterdam. Blocked by Kim on a 1-2 count. Shot up the middle, past a diving shortstop. Nick Hofer collects it, but the Pioneers extend the lead to 6-0. Daniel Redon, as the new guy barely gets through the top of the second. That is going to be an ugly-looking box score. Kirsten will ground into a fielder's choice, but still pick up his 4th RBI of the day. Marlin pops this up to right. Easy play there for Klein. Here's Diaz. Roll to second, Van der Weist. On to first. The Pioneers extend the lead. Here's Yap Boma, the designated hitter. Exit velocity or launch angle of negative. Launch angle 0. Yeah, just straight down. You hashtag love to see it. Kim Hyung Boom to left. Kirsten makes the grab for the second out. Here's Raphael Schmenk. Roll to second, Valera. I don't want to say this is all Breyvic, but I'm very pleased with how he's performed so far. DeCastro works a walk. Daniel Redon, second season with the Pirates. 17-year-old from Curacao. Fastball, curveball, changeup. Already plus pitches. Lined right to the third baseman, Schmenk. Terrell Mercado, fly ball to left. That'll fall in front of Henrique. First and second for Tromp. And they walked him. Valera will pick up an RBI BB. As will Bolivar. Pioneers just parking the bats on their shoulders and letting the Pirates implode here. Sacrifice hit for Kirsten. 10-0. We may just until risp this one going forward. Christian Diaz will ground out to end the top of the third. Pirates lead 10-0. What is it with the road teams? Boma, fly ball to left. Kirsten ends the bottom of the fourth. Bolivar grounds out to Terhorst. Or Timores, rather. Kirsten. Popped up. Timores makes the grab. Gudo is just cruising here. Imon Veb, the left fielder. Roll to short. Rikelbin across the diamond. That gets us through 7. Sven Hoyer getting loose just in case. That'll be the end of Gudo's day. We have to trust our soft, squishy bullpen now. And the ball squirts through Bolivar as Rikelbin de Castro throws it home. Pirates will get one here. Yup, Boma. That's a wild pitch. Bolivar is going to chase it down. It's 10-2. Big swing and a miss for the second out. Kim Hyung Boom, the catcher. Back-to-back Ks for Hoyer. And it's still a 8-run lead. Let's go with Pelican and let's go with Nyman. Hello, De Castro. Clotita straight up through the box. Is Rikelbin going to try and score? Nope. Mercado works the walk. That building you see behind home plate, by the way, is the clubhouse. That's where the cafeteria is, the team shop. That's where I got TJ Lauerman, his Amsterdam Pirates cap that he is shown off on occasion. Breyvic flies out to end the top of the 9th. Here's Schmenk, 1 for 3 today. Drill to center field. Mercado goes back. 1 away. Veb. Line to right. Clotita will play it on a bounce. Nyman will sit down. 2-2 on the way to Per Termors. Roll to short, De Castro to Valera, on to first. Ball game. Pioneers still another one on the road. This one was over from the word go. 13 bases on balls by the Pioneers. 4 from Tromp alone. 3 for Mercado. That is a regular season record. 5 RBIs for Aiden Kirsten. Only 2 of those on a, or 3 of those on a hit. Warner will get a chance to get back into the swing of things. Ha ha ha. Scott Prinz on the mound. Back at Sport Park Pioneers. Lovely panoramic shot. All these stadiums, by the way, are courtesy of Flying Canuck. He does some of the best work out there. Okay, everyone's got their caps. When do people lose them is my question. Warner off to a rough go so far. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Vanderweist. Drill to center field. Mercado. Leaping grab to bring it in. But that will give the Pirates the 1-0 lead. Boma, 2-2. Drill to center field. Mercado on the warning track. Brings it in. Some loud outs. And the Pirates lead 1-0. Scott Prinz. Hometown boy for Amsterdam. 4-pitch mix. Looks like he played with the Ottawa Titans in the Can-Am League. Or Frontier League. I can't remember which it is. At some point I need to do like a pan-Canadian save. Tromp batting second this series. Shoots this one to the right center gap. John D. Doe. We thinking 3? He's in there. I also should get the latest face pack to see if any of these guys that I'm playing with have faces. The non-fictional ones, anyway. So Breyvic Valera, through a few games, is getting on base at a 636 clip. No power. All the hits have been singles. But you gotta love a guy who's getting on base 3 out of every 5 times. Austin Warner. Alright, we seem to have fixed the cap issue. Nope, Diaz already lost his. I'm going to be filing a ticket afterwards. Kirsten, 9 RBIs on the season so far. Slaps this one past Termors and into left field. Kirsten's thinking steal. Kim. Throw is late. First steal of the season for Aiden Kirsten. As Marlin strikes out. Diaz batting 7th. Courtesy of a slow start. Here's DeCastro. And he's aboard. Prinz with 3 walks now. Clotida ties the game up. This is the kind of a batting lineup I like. An absolute meat grinder. Tough play for Hofer, but he brings it in for the second out. Tromp. Rolled to short. Termors will flip it over. Pioneers have tied it. Speaking of Per Timors, popped up on the infield. Valera able to track it down, one away. Hofer. Shallow fly ball to left. Played on a bounce by Kirsten. Klein. Fly ball to left. Line drive to left. Brought in by Kirsten for the second out. Here's Henrique. Runner goes. Bolivar's throw is late. Slow roller back to the mound. Warner gobbles it up. Valera, 1-1 on the way. Another single up the middle. I brought him in to get more than singles. Five walks for Scott Prince. Marlin, full count. Line shot up the middle, past the diving shortstop Termorse. Base is full of Pioneers. Christian Diaz. Line drive to right center field. There's that 85 gap power. That's what we got him for. Pioneers take the lead 3-1. Here's DeCastro. Popped up on the infield. Easy play there for Schmenk. Clotita shoots one through the right side of the infield. He'll pick up an RBI. Mercado 4-1 the score. That's where it'll stay through 3. See, in real life, Amsterdam's one of like the big 2 teams in Honkbal Hoofdklasse. Alan Weber actually being good this year is something of a surprise, but not in this save. It is a double. I'm going to take a quick screenshot to show my dude's open dome. Schmenk, 2-2 on the way. Fly ball to center. Mercado tracks it down. Much better game from Austin Warner here. Trump to the opposite field. That's going to roll up against the wall. John Dito cruises into second with a double. Two hits, both of them extra bases. They'll intentionally walk Breyvic Valera. They want to deal with Bolivar instead. And he's going to rocket this to left center field. Dead ball? Maybe. Bolivar don't mind. It's 6-1. Something special is happening in Hoofddorp. And the pitcher has lost his cap. Anthony Perez into the game now. Ooh, that's going to be a problem. I've never seen BB per 9 numbers this high. Liner right to first. Henrique makes the out. Christian Diaz will take a seat. Kevin Viger's into the game. Bit early for a defensive substitution, but Pioneers trying not to stress their more elderly players too much. Nice play by DeCastro across the diamond. 2 down. Attaboy Ricky. Riquelbin, don't lose that number. Claudio Klein. Bolivar misses the throw. Nick Hofer with a beautiful play. Fly ball to left. Kirsten was hedging back towards the track anyway. That'll end the top of the 5th. Riquelbin's lined right to Schmenk. Yishar, diving attempt out there by the left fielder. He just comes up short. Iman Veb dives for it. Can't make the play. Yishar. Clotita working his way back into the lineup. Another line drive right to Schmenk. Short fly ball to the left. Iman Veb can't come up with it. Here's Breyvic. Huh. Normally that works. Van der Weist. Fly ball to left. Kirsten charging in. Makes the grab. 2 down. Austin Warner having himself a game. Yup, Boma. Can't get past DeCastro. And it's a 1-2-3, top of the 6th. Amsterdam facing a 5-run gap here. Credit where credit is due. The bullpen has calmed it down. Anthony Perez has not allowed an earned run yet today. Aiden Kirsten. Knocked into left field. Gideon Marlin works the count to 3-0. First and second for Kevin Vigers, his first at-bat of the day. Called strike 3. Perez able to nudge it over. Riquelbin deep to center field, over the head of the center fielder. Hofer can't get to it. Riquelbin DeCastro. Unexpected 2-run double. Clotita will ground out. Oh no! Termors bobbles it. The inning continues. Mercado 1-2. Big cut there by Tyrell Mercado. Pioneers up by 7. I think we can until Rispit at this point. Bolivar popped up. Long run for Schmenk. He's been busy. They're just letting Perez die on the vine here. That will be a double play to get out of the inning, though. Austin Warner, 74 pitches through 7 innings. Lucas Vos, the pinch hitter. Popped up to center field. Mercado charges in and makes the grab. Other pinch hitter is Pim Dornerkamp. Pim! He wears one in the belt area. Not quite a full cowbelling, but... Van der Weist up the middle. That's going to score 1, possibly 2. Mercado's throw is cut off by Vigers. 6-2. Here's Boma. Grounded to third. Marlin goes home. And it's a double play. 5, 2, 3. Amazing work there. David Murillo into the game for the Pirates. Marlin standing at third. DeCastro tries to bunt it, goes very foul. Slow roller up the middle. That'll still achieve the effect. The run will come in to score. Riquelme DeCastro with a sacrifice hit. Clotida off the end of the bat to Schmenk. That'll end the bottom of the 8th. Austin Warner goes the distance, picking up the win. The meat grinder for Prinz, 6 walks. Perez gives up 3. It's for him, pretty good. Doubles from Clotida, DeCastro, Bolivar, Trump, and Diaz. John Dito Trump finishes a home run away from the cycle. And it'll be Sulbaran who will be the starting pitcher. I want to put either Lauf or Nyman in the rotation just in case. And you know what? We're going to put Cornelison. Levy DeGraff joins the long relief corps. As JC Sulbaran heads to Amsterdam to face Martin Schoondervoort. Man. Keeping an eye on the time. I think we're going to until risp this one. JC, you okay there, dude? Quick chat. Gets Van der Weist. Nice. Now can we keep Boomer off the base paths? Nope. Oh, look, Diaz has his hat back. Gobbled up by DeCastro. Runners do not advance because of the drawn-in infield. Schmenk, 1-2 on the way. Sulbaran caught him looking. Pirates lead by 2. Marlin, slow roller to the second baseman, Van der Weist. Diaz goes down looking. We've already won the series. At this point, it's about trying to get the sweep. Which, considering how long we waited for a series win last year, I am taking this as a win. Claudio Klein. Back-to-back Ks for Sulbaran. You think he's upset a little? He's pitching mad. Speaking of pitching mad, by the way, you might want to go take a look at last year's stream team. The Hanwha Eagles in the KBO. You remember I played as them in the Saturday Sorin. They've won 11 in a row. Let me just do a quick check on the KBO standings. Right now, the Hanwha Eagles are first in the KBO League. 26-13, having won 11 in a row. They are 14-5 in their new ballpark. They're doing it on pitching. Their ERA is the lowest in the league. Which, I mean, tracks for a team that I would have run. First and second. Mercado. Line to left center field. That's going to be a long run. Not going to get picked up by the center fielder. It's going to be a 2-run double to tie the game, courtesy of Tyrell Mercado. Trump on a 1-2. Fly ball to left. Webb makes the grab. Breyvic Valera 0-1. Another duck snort single. Like, buddy, where's the extra bases? I'll take the 643 on base, but at this point, I might as well just move you up in the lineup. Tyrell Mercado will tag and score. Pioneers lead 3-2. Kersten, slow roller to third. Schmenk makes the play. DeCastro's on a bit of a burner lately. I like this. I might have to adjust the... Now we're honking on Saturdays. That's right, Cardinal fan. Honking on Bobo. It is neat to also see the real players who I've grown so affectionate of in out of the park baseball succeed. Ro Si Juan, the cheat code, has been having a fantastic season. Moon Dong Ju, ditto. And in the real Honkball Hofklasse, Michael Dumitrescu's already got 2 home runs on the season. Four wide ones to Yap Boma. Sulbaran. Called strike 3 on Kim. The 1-run lead is holding. Let's get Van Gerp up. Now we're going to intentionally walk Christian Diaz to set up the double play. DeCastro 2 for 2 today. Called strike 3. Good work there by Schoendervoort. You know what? Let's trust Sulbaran to get the last out here. Valera on to first in time. Now we'll get Van Gerp up. And then we'll get Mendez up. Now Krogd out of the Pirates bullpen. Man, he looks good. To face Christian Diaz, and we are just going to get Vigers in now. Diaz has not been that good. And he'll work the walk. DeCastro, full count. Everyone does the 60-foot samba. Clotida, 1-2 on the way. And he basically catches it. Krogd has walked a pair. With a drawn-in infield, that will be a fielder's choice at home. And Trump is going to widen the gap here. John Dido. John Dido is playing like I thought Breyvic would. basically. 6-2 Pioneers. Vigers will remain in the game as the new first baseman. Eric Mendez into the game. Henrique. And the tying run will come to the plate with one out in the bottom of the ninth. And it's Vanderweist. 0-2 on the way. To third. Through for a base hit. Now the go-ahead run is up at the plate. Yap Boma. To Valera. On to first. 2 down, runners at second and third. A base hit will tie it. Ferdy Slikhouse. Slow roller back to the pitcher. That'll end it. Mendez picks up the save. Pioneers sweep the Pirates 6-4 in this final game. Well now. All right, we're going to skip this last one because The Hague does not have a ballpark. So Gudo will get the start. We win 8-2 against the Storks, who are at risk of getting relegated again. And we'll start next week with our game against the Storks and Eppe Vandenberg. Austin Warner back on the bump again. Let's see if we got any perfect team stuff I can do. Desweegi, enter your password right the first time challenge. Hey, there we go. It looks like EVC is doing his Packapalooza right now. The extra stitching is going to get relegated out of low silver, unfortunately. Ooh, Koji Uehara. I'll flip him for some points. He's already playing over on the Hiroshima Team Redacted. He does not qualify for this team. I am still waiting for the Benintendi card to get a steeper discount. I'm short on Clubhouse stars. Ten characters or more in the last name qualifies the card. Benintendi counts. We did just go out and get Edwin Encarnacion, who's got 5 home runs in 47 starts. I am so tempted to start up an Edwin and teammates theme team, the Toronto Parrot Walkers. With 60s theme week soon to be ending, I'm going to have to rebuild the team back to the way it's supposed to be. Caglianone really impressing over in left field. It's a solid group. Unfortunately, I have run out of cards to get with my meager points. Adding Nomar would be nice. I'd much rather have the Yaz. So nothing doing there. Actually, hang on a second. There's the typo. Let's do a perfect draft and see if we can't pick up some points somewhere. Daily out of the park and chill? Ooh, at Coors. Ooh. Let's do it. All right. Starting off. Skeens is interesting, so's Crochette, but we gotta go with Dylan Cruz here. Move him to left. All All right, Laurie's a fun card. Shame he doesn't have second or third base eligibility. Marcus Giles. Shaw is not a shortstop, but the bat. I mean, we could always just eschew defense and go all in on bats and whatnot. This is Coors after all. Let's have some fun. Let's put Shaw at second. Yeah, we're just going to not bother with starting pitchers in the first 3 rounds. Dominguez or Freeman? We're going to go Freddie Freem. There's our center fielder, PCA. Covers a lot of ground. Let's go with Clayton Kershaw as one of our first starters. Ooh, the two-way Ohtani. That's perfect. Now we don't need a DH. Get Alex Fernandez as well, and all of a sudden we got ourselves a pretty competent-looking rotation. Two-way Shohei, set him to starter. Fukudome in right field. Okay, I can get behind that. Matsuzaka is not a good option. Schwellenbach? I wouldn't mind picking up a reliever. Farnsworth. Oh, the P-BABIP's terrible. No, we're not getting Farney. Let's get Yenier Cano and Fukudome. Oh, there's our outfield. Thomas might be a decent option. Catcher count. We've only seen 3 so far. Let's grab Nola. Oh, these are the first 3 we've seen. Okay. Do we want Barger or Adames? Let's go with Adames. Tiedeman's still a future legend. Ha! Connor Norby, eh? Feel like we can do better. Let's grab Jackson Jobe. And let's get Tiedemann to help out the bullpen. Espinal as super sub. Let's go Josh Smith as our third baseman. Ooh, Reese Olson. Hang on. That's tasty. We'll pass on Espinal. Let's get Olson. Ooh, Luke Hochevar. Okay. Get some P-BABIP suppression. Do we go Friedel for the outfield backup? Oh, let's go Volpe for the outfield backup. That's a play. 8 catchers seen so far. Comedy option is Ryan Domit. I could get behind a Jeffers pick. Or do we punt on him and get someone else? Tommy Edmonds, super sub. Yeah, let's wait one more round for a catcher. Might have to be 2, okay. I do like how this is shaping up. Let's grab Cesar Isturiz as another defensive substitute on the infield. So that way Volpe isn't the only dude. Let's grab Sandoval as well. All right, we got 10 pitchers, so we need 2 more. Hey, there's our backup catcher, Jake Rogers. We need outfielders, so let's grab... Do we want Michael A? Yeah, he can run into one. Phil Maton. Let's grab Galvis. Wait, do we need another infielder? No, we should grab a second outfielder. Let's grab Jordan Walker. Volpe can play outfield, as can Edman. Let's go with Galvis. And we need one more pitcher. Let's go with Wandy. Ba-boom! Right on. Strategy. Sabermetric. Shift all the time. Not sure I want Tiedemann in the rotation. Let's flip him and Kershaw. Tiedemann with the big stuff, of course. A lot of lefties out of the bullpen. I like that. All right, and then offense-wise, let's not bother with Isturiz as a defensive sub at short. Stick with Adames. 83 range is fine. Much rather have him defense sub Shaw. And any obvious platoon bats we need to watch for. Not Isturiz, not Galvis. Volpe, though. Where would Volpe fit in? Probably DHing over... Or playing second base. Okay, so Shaw versus left goes to DH. And then let's get Volpe in at second. Flip Volpe and Adames. Right on. Let's see how that one fares. At Coors, of course. Let's see, is there anything else? I am starting to collect packs again on the Bob Cajun Bobs because there are Bobs I need to acquire. I was hoping there would be a Bob Gibson, but no. Instead I got Bob Johnson. There's only one Bob I don't have. And he's a very expensive one. EVC promised me I can get his. So I'm going to keep piling up packs for the next Mob Your Bob giveaway. That'll be at the start of June. Let's go take a look at the Francophonie, the Shibugamo Francophonies. Hanging in around 500. I got a buy order out for Freddie Parent. Speak of a Bob, and he shall appear. And we got him! Hey! Not as if we're lacking for shortstop options. Shortstoptions. Oh, we picked up Colson Montgomery as well. Alright, so we got some choices to do with the lineup here. So Freddie Parent would probably go in over Fletcher. I'd rather have Montgomery over Morel. I mean, between Bélanger, Parent, and Durocher, we've got shortstop on lock here. Probably move Durocher to second. Still need a better center fielder than Gorman Tomas. But, that lot of good we have there. Do we have anyone who's better? Boisclair, I guess? Train up Lawrence Butler, I guess? Center field is kind of an ish. And we like Bélanger so much that we're putting Parent at DH. Instead of Bourg? Are we sure about this? Eh, whatever. We're not in a wild card spot, but we're not at risk of getting relegated either. Blanvin, Martin have both been doing well. Coulombe, Brassier. That's all players with French last names. And then over on the Hiroshima Team Redacted, I don't think we got anyone in 1967's set, so we're just stockpiling points. Team's doing well, though. We added Roki Sasaki, and then we stuffed him in the bullpen. We're still running with the rookie sensation two-way Shohei. Playing pretty well. I covet the live card. No idea when I'll be able to afford him. And then, of course, we got Mr. Sasaki. Most recent ad here was Reggie Smith to play right field. And have an OPS under 600 because reasons. Anyways, you'll see me next on Wednesday with the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. The off-season looms, and it's going to be a very interesting one because we have a lot of money to spend. No idea who's going to be accepting it, though. We're going to be raiding into EVC and NYC, leader of the theme team crew, my internet uncle. And you'll see me next week on Saturday. Victoria Day long weekend, too, with the continuation of the Saturday Scouts. Time is precious, folks. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend some of yours with me today. Firage, take us out. Let's finish the weekend strong.